was initially in the war. Apparently, he decided to finish off himself, quote unquote, accidentally. Yeah. And that, my friends, is the dummy of the week.
That was pretty dumb.
That was pretty dumb.
I mean, natural causes, I'm telling you.
Yeah. I mean, that's all you can do, man. Just shake your head at this one.
It is.
Seriously, just shake your head on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So, what do we have next for us tonight, brother? Oh, that's right. We never got to our top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have top 10 that we've got to do.
We had a top 10 that we're going to discuss this evening. So,
did we actually come up with what the top 10 were? Or were we just going to talk about?
I think we were going to talk about.
Might be.
I think we should just discuss what we believe should be the top 10.
Yeah.
Because a lot of different sources can cite different movies and everything else. You know, it's your own opinion, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I know here the other day when we did our advertisement for the show tonight, we were talking about our buddy and Marine veteran, Stefan Juma. He was supposed to come on the show tonight. He was actually supposed to join us in studio.
He was, yes.
But unfortunately, he wound up having vehicular issues. Like his starter wound up going kaput.
So Carl had trailer issues.
Had trailer issues.
And Steven had...
Stefan.
Stefan had starter issues.
Yes.
Why does everybody around us have vehicle issues?
No, I think it's just issues in general.
Oh, issue. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I see. Well, I mean, Carl.
Carl. Oh. So, anyhow, Josh and I went through this week, and I actually got the idea that this whole topic of discussion, this actually stemmed from a conversation that Stefan and I were having at work, because he and I work together at the same place.
Yeah.
I work over in our warehouse doing parts distributing and stuff like that, like helicopter parts.
Woohoo.
And he works over in a transmission shop for a very prominent helicopter company here in the Pacific Northwest. Not going to drop any names, but it rhymes with Columbia. So
they now owe us $350.
Yeah, $350. So anyhow, he and I are out on break. We're smoking and joking and everything else, and we came up. He and I were BSing back and forth as far as movies that we felt were box office flops, but wound up turning into big cult classics. So, and I actually even popped up with a couple decent ones, actually. So,
yeah, I thought of a few, you know.
Oh, wow. Dude, yeah, you definitely came up with some, man. Wow. So, all right. Well, we're going to go ahead. We'll start from the bottom and work our way up.
Yeah.
So, go ahead and give me your first one, Josh.
Yeah. Now, these aren't in order, so we're just going to, go with them here. But Dread, actually, the remake in 2012.
I'm the law.
Oh, my God. Oh, wait. That was Stallone.
No, that was Stallone. So the original Judge Dredd was a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
And had a great deal. So when they did the remake, they thought that it was going to be the same way. Well, it didn't turn out that way in the theaters. So in the theaters, I want to say they barely made budget.
Right.
Maybe just under, somewhere in that neighborhood. I don't have the exact figures, but my understanding is that after the fact, they ended up selling out a whole bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays and all that.
Right.
And ended up making their money that direction. So
gotcha. Okay, so since we got the same one on that one, I'm going to pull that one off my list since we both have the same one.
Good call.
Yeah, because it just doesn't seem all right to mention both.
You could mention it again if you really wanted.
Yeah, but I think we pretty much got that one covered.
Yeah.
So the first one I got on my list is actually, you remember the show Firefly?
I do not.
Okay, so our buddy Chris over on Tinfoil Vets, right here on VRS, is actually, the theme song for it is actually his show's intro.
Oh, really?
Yes. Okay, So the reason why I bring up that show, Firefly, is because it ran for one season on the Sci-Fi Channel, and it wound up, the culmination of it wound up becoming the blockbuster movie Serenity.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes.
Huh.
Remember I can't remember the guy's name, the actor's name, but it has Adam Baldwin's in it.
Yeah.
So he was pretty cool. Also has a guy from crap. Oh, he's bringing up a freaking video clip of it right now.
Is this it?
Yeah, Nathan Fallon, freaking Gina Torres. I mean, yeah, it was written and directed by Joss Whedon. Dude, Joss Whedon was a freaking genius. I mean, it accumulated such a huge cult following.
Adam Baldwin.
So, yeah, that's one of the first ones on my list, dude. I mean, because like I said, it didn't really do all that well. I mean, it went over.
Yeah.
They managed to make it within budget, but they barely broke even on it. But because of the following that Firefly had, it amassed so much that when it finally came out, after it went out of theaters and onto like DVD and shit like that, it was huge sales on it.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I even have a copy of it on freaking digits and everything else at home.
Oh, wow.
So yeah,
wow,
freaking love that movie. Freaking Wash on there. I am but a leaf on the wind. Skewered by the Reavers. Oh, spoiler alert. My bad.
So, back in the day in 1985, Clue was one.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Are you trying to make me look stupid in front of the other guests?
Don't need any help from me, sir.
That's right.
Colonel Mustard.
Yes. Outstanding.
Yeah, Clue. Clue had the game and the movie and all that different stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, and it really didn't take off either until much later. Most of these on the list are really, they kind of have almost the same story to them. So.
Yeah, I mean a lot of the movie that was kind of the purpose for these lists, was the fact that they didn't do all that well in the box office. They barely broke even, but the following that they had after the fact is just amassed into something massive. Like one of my absolute favorites that is on the list, and I actually see this on both our lists as well. So
yeah.
I'm going to steal your thunder on this one.
Go for it.
The Big Lebowski.
Dude.
This aggression will not stand, man.
Yes.
I'm prepared.
Freaking Jeff Bridges with the dude. The Duderino.
Dude.
Yes, man. That was such a great movie.
It was, man. It was.
I remember back in the day when 101 KUFO here in Portland, before they became KXL.
Yeah.
Every summer, the end of every summer, they would always do their March of the Lebowskis.
Oh, yeah.
Through downtown Portland, and they would march to Waterfront Park. You'd just be thousands of people dressed up as freaking Jeff Bridges from The Big Lebowski.
Oh, absolutely. And John Goodman in that was...
Oh, my God. You're out of your element, Donnie. Walter, this has nothing to do with Vietnam. This has everything to do with Vietnam. Oh, my God. It was great. It was absolutely awesome. But, yeah, they would have this big march through downtown Portland down to Waterfront Park, where they actually set up a big movie screen and everything else. They basically turned Waterfront Park into a walk-in drive-in theater.
Oh, yeah.
And they would play The Big Lebowski.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually partook in that one year, dude.
Did you?
Yes. Oh, my God, it was so awesome.
I never got to go down to it. I thought it was pretty neat. But,
boxer shorts, a wife beater, friggin' a bathrobe, and White Russian with combat boots. It was glorious. What did you do to your, okay, so for those of you, since you can't see it, Josh has this, stress ball thing that he sits there and squeezes throughout the show. This is the first time he's had it, but at the top, it's like a little green man. It looks like a little green alien figure. And, at the top, it's got this little plastic piece, but it's like it's leaking. It has this clear gel stuff coming out of it. It's weird. And he's just kind of like, what the? Yep.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, moving on.
All right. So, I'm going to go with the Shawshank Redemption.
Ooh.
Yeah. That,
Good old Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
Send you here for life. That's exactly what they take.
You know, that whole thing of breaking out of Shawshank and the being able to fool the warden and win over his more or less his affections.
Yep.
To be his personal pet, more or less. I mean, it was just such an awesome movie.
Yeah, especially since he had to crawl through 500 yards of shit to get out.
Yeah.
Literally, that's exactly how Morgan Freeman describes it in the movie, too.
He does.
He tells a story about it.
Yeah. And, that, like I said, that movie, I just watched it the other day, as a matter of fact.
Nice.
And every time it comes on, I know it's a long movie, and I know it kind of gets drawn out, but I want to watch it every single time.
So this next one I actually have on here. This one was actually a fan suggestion.
Oh,
and,
really?
Yeah. And after reading the suggestion and thinking about it, I was like, you know what? They're spot on with this one. They're absolutely spot on with this one.
What is it?
Blues Brothers.
Oh, Blues Brothers. Really?
Yes.
Nice.
With good old Dan Aykroyd.
That's right.
And who was that? Jim Belushi.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is a fantastic suggestion.
Got a half a tank of gas, pack of cigarettes, 105 miles in Chicago. It's dark and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Well, then there was always the Blues Brothers 2000,
Right.
And
excuse me, John Belushi. John Belushi, my bad.
Belushi, yeah. And then the Blues Brothers 2000, that was John Goodman.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that was definitely going. And it's funny too because we talk about that with the Blues Brothers and stuff, and it's funny because me and my co-creator of Backwoods Veterans, Adam Fitzgerald, we wound up going to our buddy John and April's wedding over in Bend here. What was it? September of 16.
Yeah.
And the tuxes that we had, I mean, dude, the way we were set up, if you go and actually look on the Backwoods Veterans page and you look in our photos, there's actually a photo of Adam and I from that wedding day. And so many people absolutely said, not ours, no. We may have a bromance, but it's not like that. Even though it is legal in the state of Oregon now. Just,
whoa,
yeah,
whoa.
no.
Whoa.
Love you, brother, but not like that. No homo.
Good game.
Right? But no, there were so many people that said that he and I look like the freaking Blues Brothers. Because I'm talking like we had the full-on, the black suits with the tie, the sunglasses, the fedoras, everything, dude.
I think you're trying to lead into my next movie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What you got?
Goes a little...
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Yes. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yes. This is one of them that you and I both had on our list.
Yeah.
You cannot... I mean, what more needs to be said about that one? Rocky Horror Picture Show just explains itself.
Exactly.
I mean, that has gotten such a huge cult classic. Here's another big one for you. Here, and this is a big military one. Since we are a vet-based program.
We are? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's the theory behind it.
Okay. Thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah, just saying. This one was another one that was a fan suggestion. Full Metal Jacket. Old Stanley Kubrick.
So, really, Full Metal Jacket didn't hit right off the bat?
No, it did not.
See, I thought it did. I thought it did better than that.
It did okay.
Kind of interested in that.
It did okay, but it wasn't a huge hit at first.
Huh, interesting. I would have thought...
but afterward... Well, it's just typical Stanley Kubrick fashion. I mean, take a look at Eyes Wide Shut with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. Hardly anyone ever knew of that movie until it hit DVD.
Yeah. Huh, 46.4 million.
Yeah.
It says for the box office. Seems like it's...
In 87. So, I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't a huge blockbuster hit.
Sure. Huh.
But